Hi everyone, Scott Pell, Young Geek. Um, so yeah, uh, let's take a moment of silence to commemorate Steve Johnson. His head had exploded from being too shocked at the Fallout 4 trailer. So, just join with me. Alright, so, I'm a little bit late on making this vlog because I've just been lazy, and that's no good. But, yeah, I just came back from my friend's house, and we watched a movie about a movie that never came to be. And it was very inspiring because this guy worked very hard to make sure that everything that he was going to make would be made perfectly. This guy did not compromise. He's made several films before. They were all very foreign and very abstract films. I think his name was Jodorowsky. I didn't really pay attention. I got there halfway through the movie, and everyone had very thick accents. He was speaking Spanish half the time. Everyone else was speaking French. But it was very interesting to see and hear about his actions and the way that he went about his directing and the way that he just kind of did things. And he never let up. He never let up. He kept on moving forward. And by the time he got like everything, because he had this way about him that he could draw people towards him, that he could convince people, because he was so filled with passion and this fire that just would not go out. And people got on board with him so easily because they saw that in him and they were drawn towards him. And then when he went to like the studios to get it produced, to get the money for the budget that they had, they were on board with everything, but it just wasn't marketable. How were the producers going to get their money back? And that was kind of a shame, because you hear about all these people being so passionate and being so on board with this idea of creating this piece of art, this work of art, and then to have it just shut down. And that's really sad. But he kept moving forward, though, which I think is awesome. He kept moving forward, and he kept on doing his things. He went into other mediums. He started doing like a graphic novel series. And, congratulations towards that guy. But I was thinking of like how that affects me, because I play a lot of video games, and I play a lot of video games that are very marketable. I play a lot of action shooters. I play a lot of, BioWare games, and just things that make money. And I like to play abstract games too, but I never find myself in the mood to play them. So recently, I bought the humble Nintendo indie bundle from the internet and downloaded all those games. As soon as I did that, I turned off my consoles. I didn't even play them because I just wasn't in the mood. Until tonight. Before I went out to my friend's house to watch this movie, I sat down and played a little bit of the indie game The Fall, which is very interesting. It's science fiction. This guy in his suit crash lands on a planet from orbit, and the AI in the suit takes control, or rather you as the player take control, and go on this adventure to try and revive the pilot. And that's a very interesting concept. It wasn't necessarily something that I was in the mood for. It didn't really strike my fancy. But as I delved into it, I became more and more intrigued. So like I play like games that are sort of mainstream, but I also like to take in games that are also indie and abstract and try different concepts, because I love when things do things differently. So I don't know. Go out there, try something different. Play a game that you haven't tried before. Play a game that you haven't heard of before. You can probably get it for cheap on Steam. but try something new. Go watch a different movie. Listen to a different genre of music that you wouldn't normally listen to. Read a different book that you normally wouldn't listen to or read. Read. People still do that, right? Yeah. So there's different stuff out there, and don't restrict yourself to what you know, what you're comfortable with. Expand your comfort zone and your mind.